Meantime, dear viewers, the live stream of this match is on Facebook, Break and Finish Live, and YouTube, Peter Chove Live. Feel free to serve yourself by watching from a platform of your preference. Simon is leading by 5 frames to nil. I didn't see that coming. These two have had a series of money matches with results being shared almost equally. If I'm not mistaken, the last time that they faced off must have been the 16-man comp that was organized for 2 days here about 2 months ago. Comp was won by Caesar. In the first round, Ibra was defeated by Simon in a deciding frame of a deciding set. If you remember that comp that I streamed, that was played on set system. In that comp, Simon reached the final, losing out to the eventual winner, Caesar, by 3 sets to 1. And now he has a chance of winning frame number 6 out of 6. You just get to think more likely than not he will. He's playing like he is really indeed more composed. He's avoiding any unforced errors. He's more lethal. This time round, he misses a relatively unexpected. Of course, he didn't have enough sight of the yellow. And for the fact that he intended not just support, but also to manipulate the cue ball, as well as you can see. You just get to forgive for the kind of miss. Those are the misses that top players do get. Now, Ibrahim Kanja will be playing one more snooker here. Hopefully for him, not just to snooker the ball, the yellow, but also snooker the easiest possible angle. Cue ball has to remain so close to the red umpire. Henry Juko will be observant. I don't think it's a very good snooker. This angle is quite easy. And with due respect to Ibra Kayanja, most especially when the ball is parked at the corner pocket, he could play the ball into it direct, could play a little bit off one of the jaws. He has a relatively big room to play around with. It, however, is a foul advantage. Ibrahim Kanja, he surely must win this frame, start mounting a comeback. He still needs 15. His opponent needs now just 10 out of the remaining 24. There comes the cue ball in hand. There comes the chance for the real machine, who does not have a very bad record in playing money matches, because they defined the earlier stages of his career. Ibrahim Kanja in 2022, very early in there, was still a very raw talent, but with his manager then, we call him Manager Majid. He's called El Majid Naluja. We decided to have races between his player and the majority of the best players in the country, and Ibrahim Kanja was performing relatively well. And then he continued up that form to a tournament of the Polar Station of Uganda that year. It was called the Grand Open Championship. He came second to Kenneth Odong. Those performances got him a call up to the national team selections later in there, passing the selections with flying colors and representing Uganda for the first time in the national team in the All Africa Pool Championships late in there at the OIDC in Lusaka. And believe you me, he was the best performing Ugandan of all 8 that made the trip. He reached the semi-finals in the men's singles, losing out to the eventual first runner-up, Rivaldo Jevons of South Africa. Since then up to now, he has been a top player, but sometimes he has gotten issues with consistency. He's kind of younger than the computer, who is in his late 20s. For Ibrahim Kayanja, still around 25, if I'm not mistaken, exactly 25. He must roll the red right against the rail to the corner pocket, bottom right of the screen. He seems on target. The rest is a formality. Ibra 1 and Simon 5. Up next will be Caesar versus Hazard. Does it get any better than that? Keep me company. 2,000 US dollars for the pot, 21 for the race. Dice Lounge, the venue. Break and finish live for the stream.
Francis tamani
Perfection, perfection.
Thank you, Simon. misses.
So, loja kazi malone.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this live. It's a money match between two of the Uganda's best shooters. Ibra Musilum up against Simon Mvulwa, commonly known as Computer. They are racing to 15 for a prize or for a stake of $600. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, down to this.
Jonah, buli tournament otuulaawo tolina ssente obeeramu na lusambu obeera nasenje lusambu entyanga tegisasa Eddie. Ndakugwa bakuchaja ya.
Simon Nwola 6, Ibrahim Kayanja 5, rest of 15 for $600. Timeout computer. Timeout can only be granted after at least 10 frames.
How are you? Walya ssente olw'omukaaga oluwedde okuba yahaya bisaida omudba nabo
mama yankubira ekiro ekyo naŋŋamba yaya namuwayo ekyebiri
abawo ekyebiri mama mama neomanyi kumbiri takutekerako mutemu
mbeererawo wala omuntu akubira nagamba siwalidde ntereka ettaano
aba akusika eriyo
namuteerawo
aba akusika eriyo
amba nze mambulira essanyu wanteerako ninawoba nga nina kimusina nemusinyamu kyekiro sera ofunane
naye kati enki ogenda zanya nagumba olirabi yoka
yoga nekimanyi tewali adamu
egumba
kati mwali mazi kyati mwali mazi
egumba liringa olwa gwazanya bebyoka kerawo
nembuza ekibi twakola kyatenga
twakola cream kaya mutwalo nabira abantu banabi basasula ekula abantu bagala musasu it's no longer working because there is a lot of food a lot notekanga byaberere tewakyali anti kati olina muwa kutuwa
ategeera kyobe tamuzanyi
omusajja musanga omunaano munaano basebe
ekitali kibi
bwenasema omugezagezaako twatuka mu disaini ebwayi
watagala musanga mutonamenti yonna banyuku obere sidi namba ojja musanga mu
bino tebabisiidi yapawu
naye obweyagala okubeera wakabeera erina kuba wakabe ku mulungi
yabakwata abemala namukwata
abasiiri wakakubakubulika basigadde bakubwa
abala nanyina
laba nange tanankuba sidi
nze nkusoma
kyoboyasa
nedda oba wakusoosayo
ate sidi
oba owakananga osoosebwayo
musanvu ku mwenda nsoseddwayo nesitali nashakundi musanvu ku mwenda
mpozi ngakuwasatu
munafu
sakutaana nti lwesite bampaawo bolo omuli nange nezo
wasinga olyamu emu mubbiri bamusatu
atandika
zenisiza yagabanga befeguli twagenda nsooka erinata maama we twage wa maama we erugenda ekkulu naye ngaomanyi ofa zakuba abanyiga rest 5 bamuwa 4 n'abakuba
bamuwafo
abawanya
abo bantu babanga agenda tegeka tournament eggula ku sponsor baleeta registration nafuna kyayongerako ali akakadde yabali bokkatogire
yambalidde eddiini naye asuka wangula elugogo tugende kukomutubere
wamuwangula agende ne wamamu polo lwennyini ekiro engeri gye bayongedde gogo wasinga tournament eri invitation yamaanyi sitanza obutagizannya kuba tewaliwo bakiwandise nti lugogo ogenda mulya kijja kusinziira olaba olaba kyolero nebeflight esawa mwenda yakenya yawuliza ekiro ekyo egenda ekiro kyaddi ekya sande ekiro kikesa mande kyekikesa mande nanti kati gwe kyotamanyi kiri kimu babala ebintu bibiri esoka fatigi ne psychological ki kubanga ne tiketi nayo yenyini sigamba nti bakuwaoba obala fatigi kitegeeza teyalizanye weesi eno kitegeeza oba teyalizanye siza asobola okukuba nanti labayo what we are focusing on siza to concentrate basically ono kitegeeza focus kubanga you can have the maximum concentration bakuwa first second third rest of five yonna bakuba kimeza nnungi ziwayo omuntu ena ate balungi ekimala omuntu ena abangigema agimalamu ate bamukubira nga teyagendalasya lugogo yali waleero okwosinca okugenda enairobi tasobola regulatinga because sinti bw'oba sizanye tournament I'm going to regulate in a tournament anything can happen mukimanyi osobola kuba akatuuka abasajja ne bakwasa yes kitegeera so anti either way kati eri alina chance bbiri abalayifu wadde chance emu katika kibiri nze bintu bino mugambi birowooza mugamba mbeera anyway yengo omuntu enyinza okugamba ekikufu yengo ayinza obutakola kisiibu nekolebwa administrative we nalabye buliddeyawo nalabye nga eya zimbabwe eriko x tournaments endala zirimanga emyaka muli Tanzania muli Zambia muli Nairo muli akawa Zimbabwe obulamu bubiri ate ate karesi kawampuko ate wali abatali bagenda lwakumu nambi ngenda lugogo kuli twasooka kuliko abazanyi bali how many players belinga wekire bakonje erimu edeni total price yameka 15 nambe ngosudde kikyone wayo okundi ogiraba einotekebwamu nosoma
And ladies and gentlemen, after Musilum going down by 5 frames to 0, he is now leading by 7 frames to 6 against Simon Wula the computer. They are racing to 15. Now Musilum turning the table around. He is now in the lead and is breaking frame number 14. He breaks and is a foul break after putting even the tube.
kati nze nga tebampisa yogera nabo lwaki ate gwayogera nabo bwe bagambe nange bampisa goyogera nabo nange naletawo bakampusa esabalambe inde yebikolomonge byagenda agateka ekikolomonge zimbabwe
kano nasono okuyamba n'okwambira kano yankubira ndi
And now computer, after going 5 frames up, he is now trailing by 7 frames to 6 in a race to 15. If he wins this by a reverse-ish, he means he'll be winning, pulling an equalizer. Ladies and gentlemen. The computer Lugula Simon up against the remaining red ball, just inspecting where to for the two ball be bouncing off the top caution, and yeah, well and good. Up against the 80 ball for the 7th time in the game. He concentrates and he puts, making it 7-7 all squares after 14 frames played to completion. Simon Lugula the computer 7, Ibra Musilum 7. Race to 15 for $600 US. Now frame number 15 is computer Lugula to break. Simon gives a hard break and he puts on the break, at least.
Mugambye nonda kukimu mugambye tubeera n'abantu ababeera baagala okutambula amanyi balabibako eitha okutamu omanje kumiri ogambye oba nkulikomendinga abantu abalala bajje bakoleko omugambye nonda kukimu atayogera direct naye ngaalaga kiri kyekisinga twalayo abantu ziri sente za express azawulira ate ensonga badde confidence nekirimu nze kasita mayido yaŋŋamba that issue is so complicated you can't handle it mayido okola bwitanafiya wa mwezi the applicant the parents all of them agenda kufuna ekyeyo bamuwadde embeera emukutiri kutanga pasipoti banje nga alina olunaku lulundo enyonyi yampeera
kyoba obyogera naye bagambe bisanyi obyogera wano nentugeze enyuma olwakyoba omulaba muwagire mu musanvu 11
ezedde wabeeyogemu olabage mugeya musiramu kunze oba bankubengezaako dinobamuobuone beyogeki ezedde abayagala nsooka atebe mukamu addemu alunjero bakayiteko enjere wali amumenye yayagala kubidde ebanga byonna biri mu biti
yalamu abasajja baabo bakasa
okulu omumanyi naye kati kasita amuzanya nnyo azanya ali ozanya administration lwekyali oli
yansaba twekenyalinga pakati ayagala kola
ekiyayi ekikkuba ennamba ekyakusaba ennamba kikkuba ekyo kinakene kipasi yakuba ennamba
pasiyo oyo omukadde oyo
akuba ennamba tanewensi bataliwo kukwata bawala abayagala azanye enkanzi yayagala yakulya
ekyo bonna
tiimu ya mukyala nakuwa
engeri eboneka agikubye
Playing like me.
No more games. He's strong. Yes, I just want him to be annoyed. That one is a fish. Kalema. Ebyokulya byaffe byenera okulya naawe.
Powerful break from the computer. It is now 8-8, still all squares after 16 frames being played completion, ladies and gentlemen. The computer closes the table by playing the yellows. He almost left that yellow onto the corner pocket on the table. And now he plays a defensive shot. He knows after going ahead by 5 frames in the start of the frame, to me, computer knows if by now he has to slow down and maybe start to play a tactical game, as Musilum is not the real machine, is not real that all like easy to play against, more so in the money matches, in the longer races. Nonetheless, that was a defensive shot from computer, unless to be safety if he could. Nonetheless, as it stands, seemingly it looks like a continental, he can clear the table, and that's where he is aiming at. That's what he is aiming at, ladies and gentlemen. Now opens up, maybe as you may see, Continental is up against the remaining yellow. Not sure where to put it. Maybe go for a corner pocket, left of the table, far of the screen. He goes and he gets it right up against the 8 ball for the nice time. Maybe for a nice time to regain his lead. If we can go to the one and he puts this 8 ball. He goes. Is the advantage Ibra. either way, all the time Ibra has been given a chance to come on the table, which is widely open like it is. He has been clearing it to the fullest. And you may think, even by this time round, he will be extending his lead to 9.
Wako kali akaja kati.
The real machine now up against the remaining. What that home from Islam, ladies and gentlemen. He gets a direct 2 ball for the 80 ball. Ibra Musilum goes and he sinks him in drive. Ibra Musilum, Ibra Kanja, the real machine in that racing 15 600 US. After 17 frames being played to completion, Ibra Kayanja is up by 9 frames to 8 against Continental. And he breaks and he puts at least makes a ball on the break. Continental is Ibra Simon is making mistakes after mistakes, putting the in games of this magnitude. You need to be on edges, you need to be perfecting your shots, you need to be a little bit careful maybe, because if the frame is like this and then you award your opponent 2 shots, probably that's where Musilum is capitalizing from, and they end up winning the frame. Now, his head about the and he given himself. That's why he played like that once again. The snooker. Maybe another tactic today. When he make a ball, and this time he makes a ball, but by the way, after this match coming to an end, there is another big match coming up. The rest of one for $2,000. The best shooters so far, maybe you may say, Caesar Chandiga is versing Eden Hazard. I mean, Ali Kumonerazi Lukomwa Hazo. So keep your data and the phone is charged, data bundle is we are coming to a very perfect and marvelous match is awaiting us, I may tell you. Now this frame has become a tic-tac between the shooters. Now Musilum is concentrating the shoot here and it ends with a foul. There we see advantage computer. He pressed open up the black, and maybe you may say like he has achieved that. Now he needs to be on target. Ladies and gentlemen, where are you watching me from? They are racing it to 15. Computer, as nicknamed, commonly known as Ibra Musilum. Oh, wow. Is that luck or what? You may tell me, ladies and gentlemen. Was that luck by computer? How dare you? And there you may say the frame is as good as bone. Computer is up against the edge for 9th time in the game. My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, the Continental Ibra Musilum misses to put that, misses the edge, misses the black advantage Ibra Kayanja. And the Musilum plays probably a safety or a tactical shot. And now computer played a little bit of a snooker. Once again, a tactical shot by Ibra Kayanja, the real machine. Now computer is planning. Now off the cushion, ladies and gentlemen, Continental makes it all squares, makes it 9-9. after going off. That was a beautiful shot to win a flame and to make it an equalizing flame. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Where are you watching from? This is Network Academy in Uganda, and the game is right live. The game is live from Dice Lounge, and just if you're in Kampala or around Kampala, you can go going to Munyonyo. That's where you find the Dice Lounge. This match is where it's being streamed live, and the pictures or the images of this match, they are a courtesy of none other than Peter Chove. That's where I'm getting the live feed from. You may call this one Ukaski if you know Uganda, but if you know English, you don't know Uganda, it is a curtain riser. You may say match as we waiting for the big one to come. Caesar up against Ali Hazard Lokomoa. They are racing to 21 of them, and for a prize or for a pot of 2,000 US dollar. That is a match to come. The computer after, by the way, if you were here watching that match when it started, computer was leading by 5 frames to nil, and if you were not here, if you were just joining, oh, that was unfortunate from Ibra Musilum porting the Chubo and say advantage. Continental Lubura Simon. Now I was saying, like, if you were not here when the match just started, where computer was leading by 5 frames to nil, and right now it is 9-9, you may think, oh, what happened, and you may think like the match, the speed where computer was shooting, you may think like by this time the match will be done. Nonetheless, Ibra Musilum pulled up his socks, and here we are. 9, 9. Nonetheless, computer is making a clearance here. By the way, he is up against the 8 ball. If he can put the black at the corner pocket left of the table, there you go. Simon Ibra computer regains the lead for the very first time after going 5 frames to nil, and now is leading by 10 frames to 9 after a while. Now computer needs 5 frames to win the match, and Kanja needs 6 frames to win the match out of the 11 frames left, ladies and gentlemen. Flame is becoming so tactical as the game moves to its climax, ladies and gentlemen. And maybe you may say now computer is regaining maybe his momentum, the energy he started with in this game, according to the way he's shooting, ladies and gentlemen. in the very energy, in the same energy you may say, Ibrahim Kayanja needs to watch out, because giving a computer this very chances that lacked a little bit of power, energy and accuracy, that shot is just played, inviting the real machine on the table once again. And guess what? Ibra Musilum plays it as a tactical shot. Nonetheless, it's a foul advantage computer. His free shot was not tactical enough, and he recovered. What a recovery shot from the computer. Ladies and gentlemen, you may call the frame as good as gone. Up against the 8 ball for the 11th time is none other than Rubula Simon, the computer. He concentrates, and this time he makes it 11-9. They are racing to 15. They tried for a USD pot of 600, and Ibrahim Kayanja calls for a break. We shall be for a break, in a break for some 2 to 3 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Good, yes. How is it? Today you're standing up.
Just making sure things are fine.
Can go either way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in for a break for about 5 or 4 minutes. Kindly like the game, kindly like and maybe subscribe if this is the very first time for you watching on this channel. Subscribing, it is of an advantage that maybe whenever you are going live or you have posted any video, you get notified as well. Nonetheless, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking the game. This is Network Academy in Uganda. Behind my money match. And maybe why not enjoy a little bit of that cardi disco music as we come.
Just wanted to thank the people that have helped to grow the sport. Thanks Mr. Rio Soko. Now Francis who working for the streams and the famous commentary ya Peter. Jobena beautiful voice ya Priscilla.
Kama moyo usimami mara, hivyo mchezaji wa polo shika kijiti tabiki mwenye hekima. Na wasitikiswa na dhoruba. Leo tulinya wa hulu. Utada kwenye kawa, nyaya ya juu. Safari ya mchezo tunaibeba mbele. In Africa we play no games. Cue in hand history made. For the legends, let's celebrate. Oh na na na, oh na na na.
You're just what you are.
In the heart of the city where the lights shine bright, legends rise when the table calls a fight. Sharpshooters and Ganda take the post with a stroke like thunder. Fear the ghost. From Osaka to Joburg, Kamana to Harare, across the motherland we struck with a magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. The pool runs deep, it's more than a race. School is our life, from tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa, Kuchalo. Pool is our life, from tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa, Kuchalo.
Hustle ni patebu, Nkala strong ungani buffalo. Skill and composure, give what belongs to Caesar. Break and finish rounds, squatting in Mr. Apples. Nkala humble patebu, now a short time.
Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare, across the motherland we stroke with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life, from tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa, Kuchalo. Pool is our life, from tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa, Kuchalo.
Just wanted to thank the people that have helped to grow this sport. Thanks Mr. Rio Soko. Now Francis Mkwekwe for the strings and the famous commentary of Peter. Jobena beautiful voice and Priscilla.
Kama moyo usimami mara, hivyo mchezaji wa polo shika kijiti thabiti mwenye hekima. Na City Kiswa na Dhoruba, leo tulinya wa hulu. Utara kwenye kaa, nyaya ya blue. Safari ya mchezo tonight.
And alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from the break, and Ibra Musilum is trailing by 11 frames to 9 against Simon Rivura, the computer. Computer breaks frame number 21, and it breaks dry. I may say from the break, the player who wins the very first frame, he regains the momentum.
I have a family. A family of you and yours. I have a family. I have a family of you and yours. Nange njagala obulamu omuntu ekyo yannaba atolaba mufuko nte ekisinga abasiri abatagala abeerawo ekitabo abeerawo ekisatagala nga kijjagala maaso nnyo I first had a girlfriend at 25. The first girlfriend, but it goes away again. I guess the last one was about 20 young. Ojja kuŋŋamba kyowulire nazaala kuzaala oyinza okuzaala kali kyajja kirungi katonda batu bweyayita oluusi nga tewakiriiko nnyo kyajja nokuba bolozi nokuzaala wetukiyite I'm old enough to be a dad of someone who is like 18. I love one of the young men that might have been. Then I didn't get any passport to the second and got that out. Chobe weyagaliza bazaba yagala waba chobe bajja kusiba sente in support and in finance.
And that miss, not putting in that last shot, Musilum has just played. You may think he has given out to the frame. Now computer is going to play off the yellow. He gets it right. And the frame pretty much in his hands right now. If he makes it 12, you may say a little bit has a very an upper hand winning the match. Up against the remaining, putting it diagonal, corner pocket for the screen on the left, and then another and the 8 ball, the black, onto the diagonal corner pocket, still left of the table, just near your screen. Computer concentrates, and he makes 11. He makes it 12, 9, rest 15. Now computer taking personal. Now computer needs to win at least 3, at most 3 frames to win the match out of the remaining 8 or 9, 8 or 7 frames. Computer breaks, and he puts still on the break. Musilum, he puts on the break, and now he may not stand another chance of giving out a frame, because the more he gives the frame, the less he has the chance of winning this match. Musilum, he is going for the yellows. Oh my goodness, that's unfortunate once again. Why, Ibra, why? Oh wow, computer can't believe his luck. Computer, I can't believe his luck. Computer can't believe his luck once again. And he closes the table by the reds, which are pretty much in space where he can finish off the frame, winning 3 consecutive frames after the break. If he can go all the way and clears the previous clearance of this very frame on the table. Simon Wibura is 3 reds away to the 8 ball to the black, and look what the Shway is shooting. He is smelling something. The more he wins frames, the more he's very close, and he close to the winning the money, winning the match. Computer is up against the remaining red. Look at the way he's shooting without the benefit of doubt. Computer is up against the black, putting it on the center pocket on the left of the table. Computer makes it 13-9. Ladies and gentlemen, winning 3 consecutive frames from the break. As a player who wins the very first frame from the break, he regains the momentum, and that's what maybe is driving Musilum. That's what is driving Computer to go all the way for the match. And now he only needs 2 frames to win the match. Ladies and gentlemen, Computer is on a verge of winning a money match worth $600 against Ibrahim Kayanja. Computer needs a big break, as he has been making a ball on his breaks. He goes for a break with power. He puts at least 2 or 3 balls, putting balls on yellow and the reds. Ibrahim Kayanja, he is smelling a defeat, I may say, from Continental. If Continental can give us a clearance, a green apple with this frame, I can confirm to you that Musilum, the real machine, will be as good as gone, ladies and gentlemen. And the Computer closes the table with the yellows. And Computer is up against the 2 yellows, playing with maybe a back spin, or white bouncing off the cushion. Oh no, I think he snookers himself. I thought he was going to play maybe a back spin a little bit, and now he decided to go the ball bouncing off the cushion, and he misses, and now it's a foul. This is maybe the time Musilum was playing for, maybe to try and collect and maybe regain his energy to win a frame from the break. And now the frame, you may say, is as good as gone for the real machine. Will be pouring 1 back. Ibra Musilum, one holding the remaining reds into the corner pocket foul the screen on the right of the table. The Chubo pressing off the cushion in trying to match space the elbow into the corner pocket near the screen right of the table. Ibrahim Kanja makes it 10 and Simon Wale Computer 17 rest to 15. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the game is becoming dense and tight and tighter maybe. The real machine needs only 5 frames to win the match, and the computer needs only 2 frames to win the match. The computer is, I think, is going for the yellows. Playing it with power and then opening up the would be dead yellows. Computer with a perfect shot, you may say. Going for a cushion to a trail drive, and he makes a ball. He was quite fortunate not to snooker himself behind Ibrahim Kayanja's red. He is even closing one of his eyes. It means the computer snookered himself. No. There he could put, and now where he left the chubo, you may say, he need to produce a little bit of a magic shot once again to put any of his 2 yellows here. Computer, he goes. Oh wow, that is the computer. That is the energy of somebody going to win a match. Somebody who only needs 2 games to win a match. Look what that shot he has just played, ladies and gentlemen. And now computer up against the 80 ball for the 14th time, ladies and gentlemen. If he makes it, he will be only 1 frame away to win the match. He concentrates and he makes it 14-10. Ladies and gentlemen, computer 14, Ibrahim Kayanja 10. Raised to 15 for 600 US dollar. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be the very last frame or the very last action of the game. If it goes Simon computer, Simon Ruler's way, shooting out the yellows, you may think he is on the verge of giving us a clearance worth $600. Simon over the computer. Shooting is slow but sure is come Simon over the computer, now up against the remaining yellow. You may say his cue ball moved a little bit nearer his remaining yellow, and the umpire, I think he rules up is a touchable. I don't know, but it looks like it's a touchable. Ladies and gentlemen, I see there was a foul made by computer. That's why the umpire rules a foul, and Ibrahim handed a cue ball in his hand. having a 2 shots, and you may think he'll be pulling one back. And now Musilum goes tactical, plays the total snooker. Looting for plays off the caution and fouls.
Show me.